Alrighty, recording. So, hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm back with a new reaction video. I hope all of you are doing good. I just woke up and I saw this video on my recommendation page. Kyrie Irving went outside, so I thought, why not check it out together? It's been a lot of talk about him because of a tweet that he made, and now they banned him for at least 5 games, I think. It's crazy. But it's a lot of sides to the story, and I have a lot to say too. But I want to first watch this video, and then we can talk about it at the end. So I'm not gonna ramble. Let's get straight into this video. All right, let's see.
I'm gonna repeat. I don't know how the label. Again, I'm gonna repeat. I don't know how the label becomes justified because you guys ask me the same questions over and over again. I told you guys how I felt. That's where I sit.
In my last video, there was a decent amount of dislikes, with the number one argument being what was so anti-Semitic about the film that Kyrie posted. So here are some excerpts from the film to get us started. Is there any connection between Lucifer, Satan, Freemasonry, and Judaism? Interestingly enough, in earlier years, many Jews and European, Scottish, York Freemasons have claimed that they worshipped Satan or Lucifer. Many famous high-ranking Jews and Freemasons have written books admitting to this. The Jews have established
Tweet about? I didn't know all this. I didn't see the tweet, unfortunately, but sheesh.
5 major falsehoods which work to conceal their nature and protect their status and power to wit. 1. Jews are Israelites, and thus God's chosen people. 2. Jesus Christ was a Jew. 3. 6 million Jews were killed in the Holocaust during World War II. Many sources and scholars have proven that there were less than 250,000 Jews living in Europe at the time of the Nazi Third Reich rule. This number was fabricated and was believed to be true by the Jewish-controlled media in America. I might know a thing or two about the Holocaust. I was actually a tour guide there when I was a little younger at my local Holocaust museum. I had the opportunity to meet a lot of Holocaust survivors. I'm not here to tell you the dangers of spreading literally the same ideology that Adolf Hitler spread during his time, but I am here to provide a commentary of how sad the current situation is with Kyrie Irving, because it seems like this stance and his reaction to everything that is being brought up against him is going to result in gigantic career ramifications. So of course, drop a like, because this video is going to get a lot of dislikes from anti-Semites. Subscribe and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. Now that we get all that out of the way, cue the intro.
Alright, see what Light Mike is talking about.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Over the past 48 hours since my last video on Kyrie Irving came out, got a lot of updates to bring you guys. I'm a very unbiased individual. I really wanted to move on from this. As a matter of fact, I cannot tell you how happy I was when I saw this clip involving Kyrie Irving talking to the Jewish individuals that were wearing Stop Anti-Semitism shirts courtside when the Nets lost to the Indiana Pacers.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kyrie.
Thank you, Kyrie. Thank you. You have to. Thanks, Kyrie.
I was so excited when I saw the joint statement from Kyrie Irving, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Anti-Defamation League. The events of the past week have sparked many emotions within the Nets organization, our Brooklyn community, and the nation. The public discourse that followed us has brought greater awareness to the challenges we face as a society when it comes to combating hate and hate speech. We are ready to take on this challenge, and we recognize that this is a unique moment to make a lasting impact. To promote education within our community, Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets will each donate $500,000 towards causes and organizations that work to eradicate hate and intolerance in our communities. The Nets and Kyrie Irving will work with the Anti-Defamation League, a non-profit organization devoted to fighting anti-Semitism and all types of hate that undermine justice and fair treatment for every individual. This is an effort to develop educational programming that is inclusive and will comprehensively combat all forms of anti-Semitism and bigotry. And this was what made me the most optimistic. Kyrie said in this statement, "I oppose all forms of hatred and oppression and stand strong with the communities that are marginalized and impacted every day. I'm aware of the negative impact of my post towards the Jewish community, and I take responsibility. I do not believe everything said in the documentary was true or reflects my morals and principles. I'm a human being learning from all walks of life, and I intend to do so with an open mind and a willingness to listen. So for my family and I, we meant no harm to any one group, race, or religion of people, and wish to only only be a beacon of truth and light. There is no room for anti-Semitism, racism, false narratives, or misguided attempts to create animosity and hate, said Sam Zussman, who is the CEO of the parent company of the Brooklyn Nets and Barclays Center. Now more than ever, there is a pressing need to ensure education in these areas. We are putting our prior statements into practice because actions speak louder than words. At a time when anti-Semitism has reached historic levels, we know the best way to fight the oldest hatred is to both confront it head on and also to change hearts and minds. With this partnership, ADL will work with the Nets and Kyrie to open dialogue and increase understanding, said Jonathan Greenblatt, ADL CEO. At the same time, we will maintain our vigilance and call out the use of anti-Jewish stereotypes and tropes, whatever, whoever, or wherever the source, as we work toward a world without hate. As in past years, the Brooklyn Nets will continue to support and participate in Shine a Light, an ongoing initiative dedicated to spotlighting modern-day anti-Semitism. Additionally, to ensure a sustainable and meaningful impact in driving awareness and education on the important topics of hatred based on race, ethnicity, and religion, the Brooklyn Nets, New York Liberty, and the team's affiliated organizations will host a series of community conversations at Barclays Center in Brooklyn in partnership with ADL and other national civil rights organizations, as well as local community associations. That was it. Okay, all we need to really move on is to make sure that we get Kyrie Irving on video apologizing, and then we could put this to bed. We could continue focusing on other stuff, like the fact that the Brooklyn Nets literally fired their head coach just 7 games into the season. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Nets are still
who's taking over that
the dumpster fire, but at least one of their star players is apologetic and doesn't have anti-Semitic beliefs. That's all we need. As a matter of fact, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver stated the following message this morning: Kyrie Irving made a reckless decision to post a link to a film containing deeply offensive anti-Semitic material. While we appreciate the fact that he agreed to work with the Brooklyn Nets and the Anti-Defamation League to combat anti-Semitism and other forms of discrimination, I'm disappointed that he has not offered an unqualified apology and more specifically denounced the vile and harmful content contained in the film he chose to publicize. I will be meeting with Kyrie in person in the next week to discuss the situation. Okay, so clearly a lot of people are telling Kyrie, hey, listen, like, I don't think you understand what you're promoting. So if we could get you on video apologizing and saying that you don't have anti-Semitic beliefs, we can finally put this to bed. Now, remember, the very first time they were trying to get Kyrie Irving to admit that he doesn't have anti-Semitic beliefs, it turned into this.
Great, so let's move on. Let's move on.
Anti-Semitic
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing that.
Another
You're
human
free
being.
to post
I can post whatever I want, so say that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
So let's see how it goes a couple days later. Maybe he had a conversation with a publicist. Maybe he did some soul searching and realized that, hey, if I want to maintain my status and continue to live my privileged life as a basketball star, maybe I should apologize. Well, this is what Kyrie Irving said when he was asked if he has any anti-Semitic beliefs.
Again, I'm gonna repeat. I don't know how the label becomes justified because you guys ask me the same questions over and over again. But this is not going to turn into a spin around cycle of questions upon questions. I told you guys how I felt. I respect all walks of life and embrace all walks of life. That's where I sit.
Okay, he respects all walks of life. That's good. He's gaslighting the media and playing victim again, saying that you're not going to spin this into something that it's not, which, by the way, the media is only pressing you because
you have yet to say that you don't have anti-Semitic beliefs or to apologize.
You literally could do that and we could move on. But once again, the media, like they've asked multiple times and yet still haven't received an answer to this question, gave Kyrie Irving an opportunity to have a golden ticket out of this disgusting mess of a situation.
I think what people want to hear, though, is just a yes or no on that question. Yes or no.
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
He cannot be anti-Semitic if he knows where he comes from. Kyrie Irving is literally the guy that took one philosophy class in his lone year at Duke University and automatically thinks he's smarter than everyone else. And this time, it seems like he really just chose the wrong thing to say here. As a Jewish guy, let me give you some advice. You could have just apologized and not meant it. You know, like, you could have just said that and we could have all moved on. Just say you're sorry. I mean, there's this one tweet that I love. The best quote in the Nets press room from an unidentified...
You don't have to mean it. Just say it.
justified reporter. Just say you're sorry. I've been married twice. You don't have to be sorry to say you're sorry. And in this scenario, man, that's all you had to do. Afterwards, Nick Friedel, the guy that he got into a shouting match with in the initial interview, said many around the league and within the Nets organization were hoping that Kyrie would say at least these two things today. One, I'm sorry. Two, I don't have any anti-Semitic beliefs. That did not happen. And it seems like as a result of it, Kyrie Irving is going to pay the ultimate price now. Because according to Shams Charania, the Brooklyn Nets have suspended Kyrie Irving at least 5 games without pay. Bear in mind, it's at least 5 games without pay, so it could be significantly more. And if you read the language of the statement from the Brooklyn Nets, it really looks like Kyrie Irving may have played his final games as a Brooklyn Net. So check out this statement. Over the last several days, we have made repeated attempts to work with Kyrie Irving to help him understand the harm and danger of his words and actions, which began with him publicizing a film containing deeply disturbing anti-Semitic hate. We believe that taking the path of education in this challenging situation would be the right one, and thought that we had made progress with our joint commitment to eradicating hate and intolerance. We were dismayed today when given an opportunity in a media session that Kyrie Irving refused to unequivocally say that he has no anti-Semitic beliefs, nor acknowledge specific hateful material in the film. This was not the first time he had the opportunity, but failed to clarify. Such failure to disavow anti-Semitism when given a clear opportunity to do so is deeply disturbing, is against the values of our organization, and constitutes conduct detrimental to the team. Accordingly, we are of the view that he is currently unfit to be associated with the Brooklyn Nets. We have decided that Kyrie will serve a suspension without pay until he satisfies a series of objective remedial measures that address the harmful impact of his conduct, and the suspension period served is no less than 5 games. And it gets crazier. You remember how there was supposed to be a donation made to the ADL? Well, it appears as though after all the events that have transpired over the past 24 hours, ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt has officially stated that they are not accepting Kyrie Irving's $500,000 donation, stating, "We were optimistic, but after watching the debacle of a press conference, it's clear that Kyrie feels no accountability for his actions. The ADL cannot in good conscience accept the donation."
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what ADL stands for.
Jonathan Greenblatt also stated on Twitter that Kyrie Irving has been given ample opportunity to do the right thing, apologize, and condemn anti-Semitism, and he has failed at almost every step along the way. This suspension is well deserved. At the end of the day, man, I'm just gonna stand with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in regards to my stance on Kyrie, where he says there's little hope that he will change because he's insulated by fame and money and surrounded by yes people. There is no motivation to learn how to distinguish propaganda from facts. All that's left is for the world to decide how it should respond to him. And ultimately, he found out how the world's going to respond to him. Bro, I have so much empathy for Kevin Durant. Like, he originally decided to leave the Golden State Warriors to get away from the drama and decides to hitch his wagon to Kyrie Irving. I really don't know what to say or how to react to this situation. I am grateful that the majority of society is standing up against anti-Semitism, especially after seeing what my comment section in my last video was saying. A lot of people are saying,
But Mike, why aren't you mad at Amazon for having the film?
bro, Amazon has Mein Kampf on their freaking platform. You could go and buy My Struggle by Adolf Hitler off of Amazon if you want to.
You can buy several horrible stuff off of Amazon. It's a marketplace.
But promoting it is a completely separate story. I hope this is the last video I have to make on this. I really want to get back to talking about basketball. The only reason we're discussing this is because obviously this has significant ramifications on the Brooklyn Nets, who continue to be a gigantic dumpster fire that is in search of a head coach currently. If I thought the Lakers job was bad, I don't know what head coach would want this gig.
What was the Boston's coach that, was cheated with, was it 2 women? But then listen, these women are not, how do you say, innocent here, because one of them at least were married too, and it was just a whole mess. But he, hold on, let's
coach killer
let's
and Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, who I just feel tremendous empathy for, because the guy just clearly wants to hoop and clearly just wants to win championships. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike. I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.
So this is a good way of explaining everything because inside the situation. But all right, so first I want to say that where do you guys don't like it? Still, all right, it's no time. All right, so what I wanted to say first is like, where do you draw the line? Like, because in these press conferences, this was like before and after games that they keep asking him about the situation, and he, like, you should talk about basketball during those situations, but he was sharing things from his personal life to everyone else on his platform. So obviously they're gonna bring it up, because if he would have done everything in private, no one would have known in the first place. But now he shared it with the world, so of course people are gonna ask questions about these things. I wasn't 100% sure what he shared, but obviously it didn't look good one day. Even if, like, you can find good and bad things in literally everything, but this was just, it just seemed like it was a lot that maybe I don't know if he didn't have the information in the first place or just wanted to separate it. And it just, I guess you cannot do that with certain things. Like, I don't know, to me, I'm kind of split, because I'm trying to separate someone's personal lives and beliefs from their profession. I always trying to do that, and I understand some people cannot do that, but yeah, he's suffering the consequences right now, and he seemed like stubborn. He don't want to give in to the media, and I get it, because usually the media has so much control and can paint you into whatever they want, and he just didn't want to feed into what they wanted him to say, and I think it backfired at the end of the day. And then maybe that's what he truly feels and thinks. I don't think he's against Jews, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know him, but I just think this went to something bad that he did not plan was gonna happen. But like I said, I don't really know what he shared, like a documentary. But yeah, I think it's important to separate someone's personal life with the profession. But in this case, he shared it, and I understand why he needs to respond to it as well. And he don't want to do that, and he don't want to explain himself. But he apologized though, in some way, but not fully. And I feel like he didn't because of the media. Like I said, he didn't want to give in. I was gonna say something else, but I cannot think of it right now. Oh yeah, I remember when I checked Kyrie Irving out, the reaction to him, and a lot of you guys said, no, why are you watching him? You should not check him out. He's not a good person. He believes in conspiracy theories and everything. And I had no clue what you guys were talking about. I was a noob. I only seen him play basketball, and that's it. Like, I didn't really know anything. I wasn't that involved more in that. I'm an NBA noob. And then I've seen that he likes to share his opinions, even though it is not political correct. Maybe. And I respect people who have their own opinions. I really do. But then it definitely is a responsibility as well, because some people are not strong-minded and just feeding into a person that they look up to do without doing their own research. But yeah, I got more insight in this. We're just gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen now. At least 5-game suspension. Do you think that this is gonna drag out more and, you know, like a snowball effect, or will it end that he made his statements and they will just like accept it and move on, or will this be a bigger thing than what it already is right now? Let me know down in the comments if you have an opinion. Appreciate you watching, and like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Appreciate you watching. Bye.